Kyrie Irving, believes it to be flat.
No.
You saw that.
The rapper B.O.B. has started a GoFundMe campaign so that he can prove the Earth is flat.
We don't have time for a meeting of the Flat Earth Society.
Flat Earth people who are just, they're so stupid.
So stupid.
Can I say dumbass? The world's not flat.
Anybody who thinks it's flat is a moron.
Flat earthers, absolute garbage.
You fucking dummies.
Flat Earth has nothing to lose and everything to gain. Just think about it. Flat Earth is the most ridiculed and ridiculous thing you could possibly believe. It is the go-to societal term when you want to make fun of someone's intelligence. When you want to suggest that somebody is intellectually retarded, you call them a flat earther. And that's why the consensus cult members, you know, the people who claim to be pro-science, but really all they are is pro whatever the current consensus happens to be. That's why they're so triggered by Flat Earth, because every time Flat Earthers are right about something, or every time one of our most beloved globe proofs gets brought into question and even invalidated, it is a massive, whopping victory that you can't possibly recover from. It's a victory for Flat Earth that the globe cult members, consensus cult members, cannot possibly recover from. For example, like being able to see the curvature from a commercial airplane window, which was like the go-to for like fucking years. Like, yeah, man, I saw a curve from my airplane window. You flat earthers are just crazy. And it turns out the average commercial airplane flies around 35,000 feet altitude. And given the field of view of the airplane window itself, you can't see curvature from that height. Mainstream science will say this now. Yet, the cult of consensus, everyday globe heads, thought that this was some great proof. Turns out they were hallucinating curvature. Whoa, man, when you're hallucinating the most obvious, basic, elementary fact of our existence, the fact that we live on a globe, you dumb flat earther, when you're hallucinating curvature, you got a problem, man. You better pull out the fire extinguishers, man, because there's a code 10 fire breaking out on the cult of consensus globe edifice.
Sorry guys, ran out of batteries, had to dash home. Took a quick shower, much needed it. Just want to finish off this video. Yeah, and it's not just curvature from an airplane window that globers hallucinate. Just about a year ago, I went out to the bay with my dad. I'm like, hey, let's go test out these flat earther claims. My dad thinks flat earth is absolutely retarded. And he's like, yeah, I remember a long time ago, Chris, I would be on the boat out in the water here, and I could see buildings, you could see like the bottom half of the buildings in the distance on the horizon would be missing, and the closer you get, the more the buildings would appear. And he's like, all right, well, let's go ahead and test it. So we brought out a pair of binoculars, not the best instrument for long zoom tests, but it was still, interesting. You guys may have seen the video. I'll put a link down below. And pulled out the binoculars, zoomed in, and a lighthouse that should have been obscured by 77 feet was pretty much entirely visible through the binoculars. And my dad was like blown away, and he was like, I asked him, like, is this what you expected to see? He's like, no, I expected pretty much the majority of the lighthouse to be missing behind the curvature, and it wasn't. So I think that messed with him. But he kept scrambling for like justification. He's like, oh, well, I think the little seawall at the base, I'm pretty sure we can't see the seawall. And I think that's hidden by curve. Even though the seawall is just like, it's like 5 feet above sea level. So it's like,
it's the curve calculators say 77 feet should be hidden at that distance, not a little 5-foot seawall. But if only we could zoom in a little bit more. You know, maybe if you guys want to chip in, you know, I'll get a P1000, the new Nikon P1000. I actually have a little link down below. You guys want to chip in, I'll get it, and I'll start doing long distance zoom tests, and maybe I'll be able to put my dad's little question to rest, because my dad's assumption was that the lack of resolution in the binoculars and the lack of ability to actually zoom in far enough, the seawall, which is a very tiny sliver at the base of the horizon, he's assuming the binoculars just couldn't pick it up. So maybe a more powerful zoom would be able to reveal the seawall or lack thereof. Donate, link down below. Help me get a P1000 ultra zoom. Anyways, so yes, it is the biggest joke out there. It is the biggest. It's ridiculous, and that's why people, the Globers, you could just tell they're terrified of flat Earth, because every time one little thing that was used as proof of the globe gets refuted, all hell breaks loose, because losing to a flat earther by society standards. Losing to a flat earther is like losing to a mentally challenged person in a fucking math test. You know, that's how society sees it, because they think flat earthers are so dumb. So that's why the globe cult consensus, so-called pro-science people are out on they're terrified of flat earth, because it's the ultimate, most embarrassing invalidation of the modern day consensus cult. Anyways, just wanted to finish that up. Thank you guys for watching. Links below. Take care.